Now that we've seen how promises work and how the callbacks work, so one really interesting thing that exists in Node.js is the util library, which has a util.callbackify and a util.promisify. Util.promisify. So these two functions, callbackify and promisify, help us turn functions which are written in the callback way into a promise way, and functions written in the promise way into a callback way. Let's check that out. Let's create two files, promisify.js, and what I'll do is take the callback functions here, and I'll just take it into the promisify thing. I will import this util. I'm gonna do now you don't need to go and npm install util or something, because util is a default Node.js library. It's available by default when you install Node.js. It's not something you need to install from npm. What we can do is we can write download promise equal to util.promisify the promise function. Okay, sorry, the download function, my bad. Okay, let me do that for the other three things as well. So for the compress function as well, and for the upload function as well. Okay, now what we can do is we can actually write the downloading script very much like the upload, the promised way. We can write now if I run this program, as you can see that we are able to actually use the original functions in a promise way, because we did util.promisify. Now util.promisify takes a function that was designed in the callback way. Okay, it has this downloaded callback which we are calling like this. So it takes a callback based functions and converts it into a promise based function like this. We can do the exact same thing the opposite way using callbackify.js. What I'll do is I will take the original promise designs now and take these functions. These are the promise based functions. They take they return a promise. They don't have a callback here, right? So I'll do is again const util equal to require util, and I'm gonna write like this const download callback equal to util.callbackify the original download function, and just do it for the other two. So this is gonna be for the compress function, and this is gonna be for the upload function. Okay, so now what we are able to do is we can take the callback based calling code, which is done using this mechanism, and try it out here. Okay, so the original functions designed like a promise, but I'm calling them as if they had callbacks. So let me just try these out again. So you can see works perfectly well with the callback mechanism. So I need to call cb and upload cb. Just try that out again. So you can see downloading works, and because of the callback compress cb, it starts with compress and then it uploads and uploading the file. So you can convert functions written in promise way to the callback way, and functions written in the callback way to the promise way, both of them very easily in Node.js, using these utils, the util.callbackify and util.promisify. So these are very useful functions. Sometimes there are places in your code that you have to use a promise, and your original library's function has only callbacks. It does not have promises. so you can quickly modify it and turn it into a promise. The other way around is also very easy to do. If you have written in continuation passing style, CPS style, somewhere code you've written, and you encounter a promise, so just convert it into a callback function, and there we go. Okay, both these styles have their uses in different places, so it's easy to convert from one to another.